afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here as we get ready for qualifying the non-charter race for race number 6 of the 4th season of the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. Getting ready for qualifying for the Food City 500 tomorrow here at the world's fastest half mile, the last great Coliseum. I'm sure there's some other monikers out there that I'm forgetting, but this is the concrete half mile known as Bristol Motor Speedway. Short track racing here this evening and only 6 spots available in order to move on and race in tomorrow's main event. Though the task will not end here tonight, because in tomorrow's main event, the drivers that qualify into the charter race are going to have to start from positions 37 back through 42, and Bristol is a track where it's all about track position. With that being said, how about our front row? A couple of drivers that are still looking to make their Duracell Cup Series debuts. D Schwallenberg for DCW Racing on the pole position. Alongside of him, Z Stultz out of the Z's Motorsports stables. Both of them looking to see if they can make career start number 1 here tomorrow at Bristol Motor Speedway. N Amoedo is going to roll off from the 3rd position. He's looking to make his 4th start of the year, and alongside of him is going to be the 81 of Dawson Wise, who I believe is looking to make his 2nd start of the season. You can check down the description below for your official starting lineup for tonight's event, but without further ado, let's go down trackside, get the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Pace car is going to roll off. It won't take him very long to complete this one pace lap, since it is, I think, the shortest track we're going to be going to during the course of this season. One of the stories we got coming into this race is J Dollerton. The former champion has now used up all 5 of his championship provisionals, the last one being used last week at ISM Raceway, and so therefore our winner from Manassas must qualify his way into at least 5 more regular season starts to have that win be eligible for a spot in the playoffs as a non-charter driver per the non-charter driver rules. Can he do it here tonight? It is guaranteed tonight the top 6 drivers will be moving on to the main event show here tomorrow as the green flag is in the air here at Bristol. Let's roll! And you could hear it right there, the lifting of the throttle. You'll notice PJ1 is put down here on the inside line for these drivers, but Schwallenberg, you see loose right there on that inside line, and Z Stultz in the preferred lane, the outside line here at Bristol, is going to go around for the top position. So everyone will be migrating to the top side as quickly as possible. That PJ1 down there is supposed to help the inside line get a little bit of momentum through the corner, but you can clearly see the 36 of N Amoedo all the way back to the 5th position. That inside line just going nowhere. And that will be something we will see during the course of tomorrow's race as well, as A Sampsell moves into the 4th position behind Dawson Wise. Sampsell, I believe, is another driver like D Schwallenberg and Z Stultz, who is looking to make his first start of the season, as he's going to go to the inside of Dawson Wise, and he's actually going to make that move work. Wow. Maybe the tires needed to heat up a little bit here in order to be able to stick to that traction compound. Sampsell just moved into the 3rd spot, and now all over the back bumper of D Schwallenberg. This going on almost a 2.25 seconds behind Z Stultz, who has checked out, and he's actually caught up to the 24 of A Xavier, who's got the whole hood gone. Don't know what happened to the 24 car. You'll get to see it courtesy of our NNSCRA split cam, but whatever it was, it didn't bring out a caution. We're still green. So it'll be interesting to see what happened there as we drop back. This is the transfer spot right now. Brad Stover holds it. L Chung wants it, and there's J Dollerton right there in the 83 car, looking to make his 6th straight start of the season, but now he cannot rely on championship provisionals anymore to get himself into the charter races. Teammates back here battling for, I think that was the 9th position. S Ozkan to the inside of Quentin Moore. Got RJ Bishop right there as well, and these drivers back here mid-pack rear of the field are going to be very aggressive here in this race because it's only 38 laps, and it does not take long to turn 38 circuits here at a short track like Bristol. running about half the distance of what we're going to be running in tomorrow's main event race, which will be 75 laps in total distance. As Dollerton looked like he might thought about taking a peek on L Chung for 7th, not able to do it. RJ Bishop back there has now cracked the top 10. He's getting around Quentin Moore for the 10th position. Rob Evans following in his tire tracks. Evans' teammate Joshua Osborne there as well. As Dollerton is going to make the move on L Chung. S Ozkan right behind him, and ooh, they stacked up with Dollerton, Ozkan, and RJ Bishop. As up ahead of them, Brad Stover and N Amoedo mixing it up. That's for the 5th spot. Right now, Stover has got to be careful because he's the guy that's in the bubble spot. The final transfer position to move on to the main event. Brad Stover has got 2 starts this season in the charter races. Of course, that runner-up finish to Dylan Young back at Atlanta, the best finish by far this season, with a driver having yellow stripes on the rear bumper. A Sampsell has gotten around Dylan Schwallenberg for 2nd. He's starting to pull away. Schwallenberg now back into 3rd and trying to hold off the advances of Dawson Wise for that spot. Right now, these drivers have a nice little cushion between themselves and that about 7-8 car battle for transfer spots. So they have to just keep running single file, and they should be good to go. Z Stultz has not been able to get around Arthur Xavier, and now he'll stick the 24 to the outside line. And as this is happening, A Sampsell's actually starting to reel in Z Stultz for the race lead. Got a couple of other drivers back here with some damage. Harrison Ponder, the Chick-fil-A Toyota Camry, a lot of damage there on the hood. So I'm almost wondering if maybe some of these guys might have been involved in a stack-up or what. You guys have already seen, courtesy of the RC Split Cam, what happened, but I'm only left to speculate right now since I did not see it happen live. Here's the battle for the lead. A Sampsell has reeled in Z Stultz, but now he's kind of boxed in. Stultz is blocking the inside line. Arthur Xavier is blocking the outside line. So if you're that 13 car, where do you go? And if these guys continue to race amongst themselves, that might bring 3rd and 4th place Schwallenberg and Dawson Wise into this group. They're only about a little more than a little less than a straightaway back. Brad Stover now firmly in control of that 6th position. Chris Dollerton's been kicked to the outside line. He is falling back, so looks like he will not be making it into the main event unless something drastic happens here in these final 20 laps. S Ozkan has moved into the 7th position, trying to reel in Brad Stover now, and now you've got a 4-way battle from 3rd back to 6th. Dylan Schwallenberg, Dawson Wise, N Amoedo, and Brad Stover. Now, obviously, Chris Dollerton has the most starts this season in charter races as a non-charter driver because of his 5 championship provisionals in the first 5 races, but if you want to go down and find out who the other drivers are that have made the most starts this season, it would be a tie between Amoedo in the 36, S Ozkan in the 70. Both drivers have made 3 starts this season. S Ozkan in his 3 starts finds himself 34th in the overall standings, and N Amoedo finds himself 41st in the overall Duracell Cup Series points. And remember, we mentioned this already as there's a battle for the transfer spot here between Ozkan and Stover, but we mentioned this already in the case of Chris Dollerton, and it applies to all the rest of these non-charter drivers. If they can make 10 regular season starts and find victory lane in the charter race, they are locked into the playoffs. RJ Bishop now going to move for the 8th position on Brad Stover. As S Ozkan, or actually make that for 7th rather, is the battle here. S Ozkan just moved into a transfer spot, moving into the 6th position. So now he is the one that everybody is going to be gunning for, is really the only people that have a shot at him are Bishop, Stover, and Rob Evans back here in that 9th position. Chris Dollerton is now all the way back in 10th, trying to catch back up. He's kind of by himself. L Chung back here in 11th. Then you got them all stacked up from 12th place on back with Moore, Osborne, Poteet, Dearborn, and look at this battling back here. Make that Joshua Taurus rather. Pedro Lucas, Will Goss in this group. Mike Wiley. Oh, we got a wreck! Dylan Poteet and Joshua Osborne. T Gehrdes gets spun as well off the nose of Tristan Allen. Caution's going to fly. A Sampsell had gotten around Z Stultz for the lead, but caution's going to come out, and this changes everything up. We're going to go back green with less than 10 to go here. And it started with Dylan Poteet in the 8. And who was the other driver? There was another driver, and I can't remember now who it was. And T Gehrdes got spun as a result as well. I think the other car might be on pit road right now. Or could be out of the race. I think it was Joshua Osborne was the other car. The 56. And I think he's already taken his car back behind the wall. Well, let's go back and see what brought out the caution for the first time here tonight, and it certainly has brought a lot of drivers back into the conversation to maybe be able to get themselves into tomorrow's race via a transfer spot, as A Sampsell paces us under yellow. And as I stated, I have not seen what happened with Harrison Ponder and Arthur Xavier earlier on this race, but I almost wonder if it was something similar to this. Dylan Poteet just drives it in deep. Doesn't judge it correctly, gets into the right rear quarter panel of Joshua Osborne, turns him straight up into the wall, and then you see right there Tristan Allen. He's going to get into the back of the 69 of T Gehrdes. Shoots him up the racetrack. Gehrdes going to get the outside wall with the right rear quarter panel of his Bang Energy Dodge Challenger, but I don't think that's really going to affect him that much. And Joshua Osborne brings that wounded Mopar Dodge Challenger down pit road, and he did make the hard left-hand turn to the garage area. See the right side damage on the 31 of Dylan Poteet, who is still looking to make his first start of the season, a former winner in the Duracell Cup Series charter system. And this is going to be interesting because it's going to have both Harrison Ponder and Arthur Xavier trapped a lap down, and I do believe with being less than 10 to go will be a single file restart, so there will be a little bit of lap car buffers for the top two drivers. But caution is out here for the first time tonight, and we're getting ready to go back green. We'll see how many laps we have left, but we know it will be in the single digits. We're waiting to get the 1 to green signal. If we get it next time by, then we should be going green, I think, with 8 laps to go. As A Sampsell shows the way right now, he, along with Zachary Stultz, Dylan Schwallenberg, our pole sitter, S Ozkan, Dawson Wise, and N Amoedo. That right now is your transfer driver, should they stay there. RJ Bishop is the first man out. He is 7th on the restart, with Brad Stover 8th, 9th Rob Evans, 10th going to be Chris Dollerton. And we're going to give you a full field rundown as lights are still on top the pace cars. So tick another lap off that we will not be able to see for green flag racing in the final stages of this race. L Chung right now is 11th, Quentin Moore in 12th, 13th Justin Dearborn, 14th Daniel Voyles. J Taurus in 15th, 16th Pedro Lucas, Mike Wiley 17th, Will Goss in 18th, 19th is Michael Roode, and completing top 20 is Tristan Allen, who I saw had some rear end damage when we saw the incident just moments ago between Joshua Osborne and Dylan Poteet. Almost wonder if he might have gotten run to the back of, courtesy of either Arthur Xavier or Harrison Ponder. 21st is going to be Dylan Poteet, Seth Cole 22nd, 23rd T Gehrdes. Those are the only cars on the lead lap. As right now, 2 laps down is Arthur Xavier, 3 laps down Harrison Ponder, and out of the race is Joshua Osborne. You'll notice the 79 is going to restart 2nd in this lane, and the 24 is going to restart 4th in this lane. Lap machines line up single file, intermingled with the lead lap cars when we get to less than 10 to go. We're going to go green this next time around, which means we're going to have 7 laps remaining in tonight's non-charter event. Who is moving on to the charter race tomorrow, and who is going home? It's going to be a shootout here tonight at the last great Coliseum, as A Sampsell is going to lead them down here. 7 laps to go here tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. And they're stacking up behind the 79 and the 24. Sampsell is gone, and we're almost 3 wide back here. And we're going to focus on the 36 of N Amoedo just for the moment, because he is the transfer driver, trying to hold off Young Motorsports' RJ Bishop. Everyone else ahead is currently in transfer spots as Amoedo gets kicked to the outside line. Here comes Bishop for the transfer spot. He got it at the line, Dawson Wise is on the inside line, though, kind of holding him up just the least little bit. Rob Evans there waiting to strike. Chris Dollerton's back in the vicinity along with Brad Stover. And Bishop's going to clear. Amoedo, now he goes on to Dawson Wise, trying to knock the 81 back into the bubble spot. A Sampsell is gone. 2 seconds in hand over the rest of the field. And everybody else that's up inside of the top 5 right now are in transfer spots. We're following this battle right here as now N Amoedo moves into the transfer spot. Dawson Wise is going to get kicked out in the 81 car with 2.5 laps to go. Contact back there between Rob Evans and Brad Stover. They keep it together. We're still green. Wise edging ahead for a moment. Amoedo on the inside line will take the transfer spot. Not quite. Here comes Dawson Wise again. This is the transfer spot of 6th place between the 36 and the 81. A Sampsell almost 3 seconds in hand. He'll see the white flag this next time by. Dawson Wise going to cut off N Amoedo. He's going to get the transfer spot for the moment. Does Amoedo or Rob Evans have anything here as the white flag was just displayed for A Sampsell? Sampsell, Stultz, Ozkan, Bishop, Schwallenberg. Right now they're locked in. It's between Dawson Wise and N Amoedo for the final spot. Dawson Wise off turn 4 is going to hang on to it. He's going to make it into the main event for his second start of the season. And Dylan Schwallenberg, A Sampsell, and Z Stultz will be making their Duracell Cup Series debuts as they're going to transfer in the top 5. RJ Bishop will make his second start of the season, and J Osborne, he will make his 4th. But A Sampsell, it's the first time he takes a checkered flag here in the non-charter series, and as mentioned, as consequence, he will be making his Duracell Cup Series debut here in tomorrow's main event. Great battling there in those final 7 laps for that transfer spot between Dawson Wise and N Amoedo. And it is Dawson Wise who is going to take and hold the position. Amoedo will fail to make the race along with everybody else behind him. Rob Evans, Brad Stover, Chris Dollerton for the first time this season will not take a green flag in a main event race here in the Duracell Cup Series in Season 4 as he failed to qualify. He's got 5 more races he has to qualify his way into in order for his Manassas win to count towards a spot in the playoffs. And of course we had the incidents in this race, which makes me wonder how many cautions we're going to have in the 75-lap main event tomorrow. We had an incident, didn't bring out a caution in the beginning stages of this race. The only caution that came out with about 10 laps to go. And we did have one driver that finished out of the race, that being the 56 of Joshua Osborne. So the field is now set, at least from 37th back to 42nd. I'm sorry, 37th back to 42nd, I should say. I think I said 32nd. I meant to say 37th back to 42nd. For tomorrow's race here at Bristol, it'll be A Sampsell, Z Stultz, J Osborne, RJ Bishop, Dylan Schwallenberg, and Dawson Wise, who will be those drivers at the rear of the field. Question is, where will everybody else for the charter drivers be qualifying at a track where track position is oh so important? But thank you all for tuning in to tonight's non-charter event from Bristol. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and become part of the crew today. We've shown you full finished results, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the Food City 500 main event race here from Bristol Motor Speedway, race 6 of season 4 of the Duracell Cup Series. Until then, I've been Seth Cole, and you've been watching a production of the NCRA Offline Racing at its best.